Hello everyone, this is James. How are you? It's SOULCare and another unshaved day. I'm not growing a beard, but I will shave later. This is the lockdown look. The lockdown look, the lockdown look. This is the lockdown look. I'm also getting ready for my event this evening. The first time I'm doing a Zoom demonstration, so that'll be quite interesting. But I practiced 2 days ago using Zoom and doing it, and it's a very different media, but spirit is always there, so it'll be interesting. But it's more the living than the dead. The dead are always easy. It's always the living and me, technically, the technician. So hello Dana. Hello Kathy. Sorry I'm a little late. I was on meetings for this evening, making sure everything worked out well. Hi Serena. Hi Rose. Hi Julia. Thank you everybody for telling people about the SOULCare. A lot of people have been mentioning it, and it's getting a lot of notoriety, I guess, with people, just spreading around the internet. So thank you, because I did this to give people a place to go to because of what's going on right now with this COVID-19. I watch CNN and I'm tired of hearing about it, as you are too. And it's always like the negative. I don't see the positive things. So it's a place for positive energy. Nice to see you, Seth. Julie West. Hi, Donna. How's Long Island doing? Catherine can't talk or listen today. Okay, Catherine, that's fine. Thanks for letting us know. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Maria Fernanda. Oh, wow, hi from Orlando. Grow the mustache back. You look silly. You look silly. Look silly. How do I look silly? Silly. I'm having a mustache lockdown. My mustache was back when we... Oh, thank you. Great. Great. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Hello from Indiana. Hello, Beverly. We're from the island. Good. Wow. Hello, Donna from Birmingham, England. Thanks, Beth. Tonight I'm doing Messages from Spirit, and it'll be on at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time on Zoom. If you're interested in joining that, just go to my website, vanprog.com, and look and see the link to get in there. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. I look younger and handsome. I agree with you. Hi from Switzerland. Wow, nice Switzerland. I miss you, Switzerland. I haven't been over there in a couple of years. I miss you guys. Thank you. It's in an hour in Toronto. Well, a couple of hours here. So I thought today, before I do this event, people just want to ask a question. Not about their spirit, but a general question about spirituality would be great if you'd like to. So I was opening it up today. But before I begin, I think every day you have an opportunity to look, to listen, to learn. And I think that if we did a lot more listening instead of talking, I think we learn a lot more. I find that to be very true because as I talk about sitting in the quiet, if we go through life every day, being more aware of, more attentive to listening, I think listening is an art and a skill. And I think listening helps us with life and with measuring our own lives and where we are at. So listening a lot more. Hello, son. Hello. Kim, I have to say, when I think of you, I think of the stash. Oh, me too. I've had 30 years of the stash, so I know. But you know, it is a holiday, like not getting food caught in it, and yeah, it's nice to have a break. So, but I will bring it back. Don't worry. Enjoy the time right now without it. I am. Holly, how can I see levels where you do? Boy, there's a lot of meditation I have on my school page. Sitting in the stillness and the quiet. I talk about it a lot there. That's really how we do that. Again, being still, sitting in the quiet is a great way. On on this soul care, I did an exercise. I'll do it again next week about bringing them in, surrendering. I'll do a surrender exercise next week. We can bring in spirit. We've done it before here, and I'll do it again. But when you think of someone in your loved ones in the spirit world, many times what you can do is send out a thought. Again, be quieting your mind, sending out a thought with sending out their name or having a picture, photograph of them, and looking at the photograph and asking them one question, and then listen. And you got to listen with your heart, not your head, because if you listen with the head, the critical mind gets in the way, and you want to listen with your heart. And it's the first thought that you'll receive. So we could start with that. Yeah, start with that. Michelle says, you tried regression yesterday and got stuck in the long hallway with each door being a past life. Couldn't get past it. Okay, so what's going on? You know, the things you have to realize, you're always safe. Nothing's going to hurt you. Nothing's going to harm you. But there might be some hesitancy about going to visit those past lives. What you can do, sweetheart, is just remind yourself to be very objective when you're looking at those doors, that it's like a movie that you're looking at. It's not you, but it's a movie that you're reviewing, you're observing, and that you remove yourself in a way. And that might be helpful for you to get through the doors and look at it. You're looking at it. You're not experiencing it. You're just observing it. So remember, you're just the observer of that past life. You're not in it. You're observing that character at that time, but don't put yourself emotionally there. Just rising above it, looking at it. Yeah, that might help. Hello from Germany. Hello, Marion. Nice to meet you. Shobin Tribes. Hi, Cindy. Nice to meet you. England. Hi from Pasadena. Thank you, Debbie. I think everyone looks pretty good. I feel great. Yeah, I feel really great. I was not planning on working that much this year, semi-retirement, so it's kind of worked out. So I'm not stressing at all. I'm just sending out love and joy and happiness, and opening people up to being more aware and listening, I guess. Listening is the word of the day, listening. You're new here, Carol. Your husband passed away from England. Can you? I'm not doing readings right now, but tonight I'm going to do a messages on Zoom. So it's an evening of spirit messages, and if you want to find out about that, it's at bandprog.com. That's my website, and it'll give you the link how to get into this Zoom meeting tonight. And I'm doing spirit an hour and a half. So that'll be this evening, 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. It's a couple of hours, 2 hours, and 3 hours from now. Hi from Basel. I love Basel, Switzerland. How do you know what your strengths are? Asked Pauline. Well, Pauline, you got to go on an art of discovery. And the first thing is, I have a psychic course, a psychic intuitive course on my website. I would say it's working in the psychic levels or intuitive levels. And I mean, that's the only thing I can tell you is taking a course or planning on it that way to assess your own skills. Giving some kind of a discipline to see and to follow, and a way of getting in, if you will. Thank you, Janet. Went to your workshop, Mile High Church in Denver, one of my favorite places, and life-changing. Thank you very much. I think they're life-changing, definitely. Michelle, you're picking up on major earth changes. I think there'll be some earth changes coming up. I do. Not major, I did earthquakes. I think something involving water floods, perhaps tsunamis, but I think it's going to be in the summertime. I can't tell you exactly where. I read your first book this is from Erin. I read your first book when I was 41. Very young, 41. And now I'm 41. You helped me. Thank you very much. Oh, very good. I helped you with the feeling about crossing over. Thank you. Greg Phillips, in improv, we teach active listening. Exactly, Greg. Fantastic. Active listening is such a great thing because, as you know, you're hearing things very differently than you would if you're just going through your everyday, walking through. When you're actively listening, you hear things so differently than you would if you're just walking through your day-to-day. Try it for the rest of the day. Try it to listen when you're with somebody. And if you can, try to listen not only to the words that they're saying, but the energy behind the words and also the space around them. So as you're listening, and you don't have to say anything to people, just as you're listening to them speak, become aware of the energy of the words that are coming out of their mouth, but also I want you to be mindful of the space around them. Now, when I say the space around them, just, put your mind to a sense of just feeling or sensing the space around them. That's all I'm asking you to do. So it's that just being aware and listening and being aware. That's it. That's all. Just see what happens. Diane, wait to see you tonight. Yes, I can't wait. Hello from Morocco. Wow. Hello, Irene. Angie said, I'm a medium too. Still getting used to it. Hasn't been easy for me though. Any advice? Psychic protection? Yes, Mediumship 1, Mediumship 2, my courses right now. I'm doing Mediumship 2. I'm accepting applications for Mediumship 2 right now. It's a very intense course, 6 months, and 70 videos and online calls with me. I would suggest that. It took me many, many years to develop as a medium, and I suggest that you have to do many, many hours of listening and sitting in the quiet before you're able to even do one sitting. From my background, I said 7 years, every Tuesday night for an hour for 7 years without doing one reading, one message, because I had to make sure that I was able to sustain the energy, able to really bring in the spirit as a responsible thing to do, and how I give out the information. It's a very responsible job, if you will. And mediumship is a lifetime job, a profession, if you will. I don't think it's something to dabble in. I don't think it's just something to have as a hobby. You either do it or you don't. It's really how I feel. I'm from that school. Thanks, Louise. I'm feeling good. Hi, Yolanda from Venezuela. Nice to meet you. Diane Anderson, you can use a sign from an angel. So after this call is over, I want you to go sit quietly and ask a guide or an angel to just open your mind and do a breath. Just breathe in and breathe out, just slowly. And in between those inhalation and exhalation, I want you to ask an angel or guide to come in and give you a message, give you a sign. Let them show you a sign. And that's what you'll do. We have to sometimes ask for it from them. And I think many times it's better to ask personally yourself than through another vehicle like myself, because you can learn to do it yourself, opening up your mind. You have to get a ticket on my website. Yes, thanks, Kim. Kathy, you like my hair better when I'm blonde? I've never been a blonde. Well, I have been a blonde. That's true. I cut all my hair off and dyed it blonde. But now it's usually white, not blonde. I think that's what you mean. It'll get back there. I'm buzzing my hair this weekend. I'm buzzing my hair. So take a good look, because that's the last you'll see. Does mediumship take a lot out of you, Tracy, as Tracy Press? No, to me, it does not. It should not. If you're doing it correctly, it should not. It should fill you up. And it really fills you up if you're doing it the right way. But a lot of people do not do it the right way, from my understanding, from a lot of people. That's why I started school, to help people do things the right way. And with a way of responsibility, integrity, sensitivity, to understand the process of mediumship, because it is a process. It's an art, if you will. There's an art to mediumship. It cannot be rushed. It's something you have to do deliberately and quietly and slowly and progressively. Yes, on your website, yes. Even Spirit, thanks Renee Martinez. It starts at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's correct. Actually, 3:30. I think it's 3:30. I'll check it out. I don't do personal readings, but I do I have people on my website and the resources, and they're mediums who are incredible, and they're the ones who I suggest. Do come to Basel. I do come to Basel. I've been there 2 or 3 years ago, Alexandra. I met Pascal. Him and I did a double link together. He was a young kid, young boy, with Nike clothes on or something like that. I would come to the UK, planning on it. I have a ticket to the UK. Whenever we can travel again, I'll be there. You need to sign up for tonight. You have to go to vanprog.com. That's my website. You have to get a ticket for tonight. Hello, Mario Creative Sherry from Galway on the west coast of Ireland. The most beautiful place in the world, if I do say so myself. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm doing good. Janice, I'm doing good. I'm staying safe. Angie says, funny. Thank you, James. This is for the faint of heart, mediumship, and nothing to dabble in, as you say. It's a huge responsibility, exactly right. And it's not for everybody. People want to do it for service, but you can service human beings in many different ways. You can service human beings by being a chef. You can be a hospital helper. You could be a frontline person on the line. There are many ways to service people. So mediumship is just one way. There are many, many ways. Why do I keep saying 11:11? Rachel Davis says, well, 11:11 means new beginnings. Like right now, we're in a very strong transitional period right now. So you should be aware of that. And we have 4 planets in retrograde. Saturn went to retrograde. Jupiter yesterday went to retrograde. I put a notice here on Facebook. It's a lot of energy, and it feels like we're rolling a boulder up the hill. And things are delayed, and it feels like walking through mud. So that's because energetically the planets right now, retrograde means to go backwards in the cycle. But for me, it feels like it's something being stuck. So it's a great time to reevaluate things in your life and to see what you really want. And this whole time that we're here with this virus, as I've said many times, it is an assessment of yourself going within, seeing what's working for you in your life, what's not working for you in your life. Are you on the right road, on the right path, or are you not? Are you living somebody else's life or your own life? Are you being authentic or not? So this is an opportunity. My goodness gracious. I have this one looking at me. Hold on, let's see if I can do this for you. Yeah, I gotta show you this. This is what I'm dealing with here. Hold on, it's my office. I have this person here. If I do this, I can't. On my phone. Anyway, I can show you this. Woo! That's my daughter. She's lying there. So there you go. My phone is ringing. Jupiter is my home planet. Jupiter is a great planet. It's a big planet. It's a planet of fortune and luck, and good luck, travel, expansion. But unfortunately, it's in the sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about restriction. Capricorn is all about responsibility. So you might start something, all of a sudden it's halted immediately. And for some reason, you have to look back again and see what's going on. So that's what this time is now. And it goes to September. So it's throughout the summer. So when you start something, it might be held back a little bit and have to reevaluate it again, see if you're doing the responsible thing. It's all about integrity and responsibility for the rest of the summer. That's what it's all about. And it's all about humanitarian needs as well. Isn't it interesting that we're in this situation we are right now? But it's all about humanitarian needs, and it's on global needs too. It's all about global needs right now. So it's interesting how the heavens and the world is with this. Janice Kenny asks, James, are the early morning hours like waking at 3:30 same every day meaningful? Someone asked us yesterday, the question that what I said to them, Janice, was you should keep a dream journal next to your bed, and when you wake up at 3:30 in the morning, ask who's there and write it down, or ask why I'm waking up this early, and write it down in your dream journal. And then in the morning you wake up, you'll look at it and say, wow, really that happened? Try that. My doggie is sweet. She's very, very sweet. That's Maisie May. She rescued me. She's very, very kind. I put a post up here on Facebook the other day. If you want to go, you'll scroll down and see it with the doggie and a little boy, and the secrets why dogs don't live as long as humans, because they've learned about love. It's great. You should read it. It make you cry. Aurora says, what emotional consequences are there if you ignore your spiritual gifts in order to do what society expects from you? I would just say you got to be yourself. Forget society. What other people think is none of your business. You got to be true to yourself. And when you're true to yourself, you probably can help society more than you would have if you're limited by doing something they want. You got to be yourself, sweetheart. Don't give up. You're here for a reason. And if it's develop your spiritual gifts and your insights, then you use them. Your soul needs to express itself, right? And you have to do that. Don't let society tell you what to do. wrong way. That you'll regret. When will this pandemic end? Mary says. Well, Mary, I don't see it ending right now. I don't know. It's not. Life is definitely going to change. I do think in the fall there's going to be another upheaval because I just feel that. End of August. We're not over it yet. Believe me. Animals. My dog rescued me. I agree. Right on, Elizabeth Walker. Live now. Right on. Thank you. Maria, why are spirits active at night? How do you tell they're good? Well, if you're good, they'll be good. I mean, if you're negative and bad, then you'll draw that to you. At night, the conscious mind isn't working so much. That's the thinking. You're passive. So it's easier for you to see them, feel them, hear them. Your baby cat helped melt my guard down, says Haley. You're right, Haley. Animals are incredible. What does the spirit world say about the situation when the virus? I've talked about this before as well. It's definitely a learning process for us to go through and to go within ourselves and learn to be with each other. And learn to respect each other and be responsible and learn about what's going on in our world, in our country. So it's a learning time for us, for sure. Yes, I will do the cards next week. So if you're interested in the messages tonight, please come to the Evening of Spirit messages on Zoom. And again, you can get the tickets on vampirov.com. You get the link. It'll be there. Thanks, Carmen. Happy to see you here. Elizabeth, I'm sure he is. Mary, past life. Yes, you can learn a lot of past life reading. Again, my school page, JP School Mystical Arts, I have past life regression in there. Right, so Stacy Rosa started to see small shadows. Not afraid, but was explaining the veil is thinning. It is thinning, but Stacy, as you look at those shadows, I want you to not don't have any emotion about it. Be afraid or not. Explore. What do I see now? How can I go deeper into what I'm seeing? Look at it like a kaleidoscope and try to go even deeper and deeper and deeper. When you have fear of anything, it blocks you. It puts up a block. You don't want that. Vince, you think an elephant is cursed on me. Is there any telltale signs? I don't believe in curses, but I do believe in negative energy. And but you have power over that. So you have power over that by using your own soul love. And you can surround yourself with light and love. Don't fall into that fear zone. How we were in healing abilities. I have a course in my school, JP School Mystical Arts. There's a healing certification course I have. You got to take a course. You got to take some kind of a discipline you got to get involved in. Okay? I'm not doing readings right now, but I'm sure Peanut's doing very well. Don't send out worry about Peanut. I'm sure Peanut's doing fine. Yes, Jeanette. Yes, we see it. It doesn't matter how often you write this in Jeanette. We see it. I see it. But you have to maybe sit in the quiet yourself and listen and ask Peanut to come and talk to you. What would be good for you to be learned? Psychic portals is a very good beginning. Psychic portals, I always recommend that. So if you want a message, tonight we're doing messages from the spirit world. That's on my website, vampirov.com. The link is there, so go there, and that'll get you into buy tickets, and that's how we're doing that. I don't do readings here, messages here. It's impossible, but I'm doing them tonight. I've set this up for a while because people wanted that, so I've been looking at all the platforms, and this platform tonight is the way we're going to start off, and I'm going to do them every month. I'm also going to do, because people on SOULCare wanted me to do psychic readings. So next week I'm doing an evening of psychic readings. Tonight is mediumship. Next week will be psychic. And the events are all on my website, okay? Oh, it's warmer. Debbie, warmer in Anchorage, Alaska. Very good. What's your teen developer gift? Jessica wants to know. Jessica Dixon. I wrote a book called Looking Beyond, and it's for teens to have developed teens' ability of psychic ability, sensitivity, honoring who they are. So it's called Looking Beyond, and that's a teenager book. So you can go on Amazon and find that. Thanks, Vince. You're welcome, Jeanette. Virginia, you're asking your mom to help you to release you from a narcissist trauma bonding. That's great, Virginia, but let's have you do it. How about that? You take the responsibility and go deep within and find out what's holding you back. So I'm gonna have to say this because like all I have to hand out here is this like 28-day transformation course. It's all about trauma. It's all about going to your childhood, your young adulthood, and getting rid of those things that are holding us back. I think, Virginia, you got to do that yourself for your own spiritual growth. Shirley Gatlin, I love you. You're great, Shirley. Thanks, Jenny. Jenny. I'm fabulous. I'm sorry, Misty, to hear about your mom. She's really talking to you, sweetheart. And you'll see her again. People come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, no doubt. I like quartz crystals, but I also like amethyst. Those are my favorite. Amethyst, number one. Then quartz. I'll show you coming up next couple of weeks. I'll bring you to my amethyst I have. It's a big amethyst. It's downstairs. I got it from Brazil. Who was I in a past life? Betty's asking me. Betty, I don't know who I am in this life, so I'm a little bit of everyone. Many things. I think maybe the past, the present, and future are all one. So, all right, I got to get ready for my event. So I hope you guys will join me. And if you don't have tickets, go to vampprog.com. And the rest of the day, I want you to listen. Actively listen. Get out of your own head. Get out of your own head. Get into your heart. Make a few deep breaths. And start listening actively. All right? Lots of love. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend.